The Philly and Joe Podcast.
This is the Philly and Joe Podcast.
The greatest frontman in the history of rock and roll, Ozzy Osbourne. Remember the first time I heard of Ozzy? That sound was raw power.
Well said, Jack Black. The tributes absolutely pouring in over the now late, great Ozzy Osbourne, the Prince of Darkness, the godfather of metal, the man, Ozzy. A lot of the tributes centering around, oh my God, the first time I heard Ozzy.
Isn't it interesting, too? He was fired. Fired.
By Sabbath.
From Sabbath. Yeah. And actually went on to an incredible solo career before they got back together. But
let's be honest, getting fired was so Ozzy by like the baddest,
yes.
You know, the darkest, baddest metal pioneers. They fire his ass.
How bad could it have been, though, for those guys who partied as hard as they did, that the reason they had to fire their frontman was because of the drinking and the drug abuse? It was so bad.
Too wild.
Too wild for those guys. Geezer Butler, where back in the late 70s, put this band together, and all of a sudden, that many years later, we got to fire him.
Yeah. And he, like I read his book, and he said, like anybody who gets fired, I don't understand. I thought we were all partying.
Yeah.
But no, Ozzy, you were on a different
Next level.
Different level. And it was Motley Crue who once said, we thought, I think this is in the dirt, we thought we were the baddest ass, craziest partiers on the planet. And then we met Ozzy.
Yeah.
So, like I say, the tributes pouring in for him this morning. Duran, like Flavor Flav, Elton John. This is from Duran. What can you say about Ozzy? Whatever it is, it's in a broomy accent. Hard to imagine a world without him. Ozzy brought so much joy, humor, and raw power to the world in a life of so many chapters. Ozzy was a cat who had way more than 9 lives. Thanks for the ride, Ozzy.
Yeah, it's amazing from all music cultures.
Yeah.
What's coming in different genres, too. Like, you expect to hear from the rock world.
Yep.
Of course, because he influenced so many people.
Mm-hmm.
But never liked the words heavy metal, I was reading either.
Oh, really?
Just thought that it was there was just more to it. The world of rock, like there could be heavy rock and everything else. I always found that interesting because he was always associated with that term.
Yeah, and the amount of people using phrases like, hey, and it was Metallica at the Back to the Beginning show. Without Ozzy, there's no us.
Right.
And then Slipknot, Corey Taylor, who absolutely loves Sabbath and Ozzy, same thing. Without Ozzy, there's no us. He paved the way for so many of us. And it's Dave Navarro who once said that they're the Beatles. Black Sabbath was the Beatles of metal.
Would you say that the interesting thing about Ozzy is it was really twofold? If you were a Black Sabbath fan growing up from that era, there was just this distinct sound. I mean, I still remember people not necessarily knowing much about Sabbath, but Ozzy just by himself before they found out the history of Ozzy. I mean, Diary of a Madman was like huge.
Oh, God, yeah.
In 82 or 3, somewhere in there.
Very different chapters.
Yeah.
You know, absolutely. And look, the
and then TV, a reality star.
Right. The text messages are pouring in, obviously, like the show, a lot about Ozzy Osbourne this morning. And if you got something, a song you want to hear, because we're playing a ton of Ozzy and Sabbath today, let us know. 762-555. Rest in peace, Prince of Darkness.
Philly Joe Podcast.
The Philly and Joe Podcast.
All right, this call, because we play the bone phone, as you probably know, we play the bone phone calls at 6:20 and 8:20. When we played this at 6:20, it got a ton of reaction. And this is a debate that's been happening big time on the text line this morning.
Hey guys, can somebody remind me of why we need like 30K speed limits in around schools or in general in residential areas? Because when I was a kid, I didn't get hit by a car. I don't really remember many kids getting hit by cars back then. Maybe it was because I was a kid and I didn't hear about it or something back then. But yeah, I don't understand why it's needed, I guess. So if somebody can tell me if one of you or somebody on the Boston Pizza text line, it'd be much appreciated, because I don't even understand why we need 30K speed limit.
So that got a lot of people fired up. Like, why do we need 30K in school zones? I think the majority of people are fine with 30K in school zones. But where you get into a more heated debate is it's been floated that it should be 30K in all residential areas.
I mean, I've heard the debate go on about both. Some people that spent most of their life driving 50 in a school zone when they changed it. The big argument I had heard from some inside people was just the amount of vehicles that are on the road now compared to then. And a few people on the Boston Pizza text line were weighing in about the stop distance and the time it takes when you drop from 50 to 30.
Okay.
As a safety issue.
Back to rabbits. Topic on the program this week. I've got a pretty tame rabbit living in the yard solo. Like, usually there's a family with the rabbit.
Lone Rabbit McQuaid.
That's what we've named him. Hangs out, even when we're in the yard or on the deck, he doesn't move. He's not running away from us. He just hangs out in the grass.
Lush grass, especially with no water.
Hey,
I mean, that's pretty good.
I take care of my grass, so it's nice and soft.
He's found his resort. Really.
So, and also finding out a lot of people feed their rabbits, and it's or wild rabbits that hang out in the neighborhood, and it's generated some calls.
Hi, guys. It's the Wolf Dragon calling. You were talking about rabbits today. My brother-in-law, he called the Icelandic Warrior. He has a big yard, and a lot of rabbits come into his yard, and it's kind of like a sanctuary for them. He doesn't scare them away or whatever. Sometimes he feeds them when they go away and they come back, and he just loves doing that. And I don't think there's any harm in feeding them. Okay. Have a nice week. Okay, bye.
Yeah, we got a lot of that. A lot of people.
It's good enough for the Icelandic Warrior. It's good enough for the Red Dragon. It's got to be good enough for the rest of us.
Definitely.
You haven't decided, though, whether you're feeding the rabbit yet.
No, we haven't fed the rabbit yet. Because he hangs out without being fed. He eats a lot of weeds in the yard.
He's probably eating at the neighbor's house. I'm guessing. Comes back in under the gate.
If my neighbor's trying to steal that rabbit, my new friend. Okay, an Ozzy call here from Big N.
I cannot believe it. Driving home from work today, my wife texts me at around 3 o'clock or something like that. The Blizzard of Oz is gone. This is one sad day for rock and roll. I don't know if I can find the will to race in the big race. Man, this is depressing. Hey, everyone, keep your chins up. Rock on, Big N out.
Well, good news is he got some time. The race isn't until August 13th.
Yeah.
So lots of recovery time from the Aussie news to get ready. Big N. Big N was talking a big game that didn't he say he thinks he can run a 15-second 100-meter?
Yeah, he said the only person he was worried about was Guilty, who's running a 14. No one's even said they've been worried about you.
No.
I tell you, you're the underdog in this.
Well, the unbendable legs isn't scaring too many people.
Well,
that doesn't go well.
Issue.
It doesn't go well typically with fast running.
Just Google stiff leg syndrome and see. It's becoming a phenomenon.
I like being the underdog. I'm like Rudy from the movie there.
Oh, absolutely. Rocky was an underdog too, if you remember.
You're right. Okay, speaking of the race, let's wrap with Vinny, who continues to waffle about his attendance. He wants a time change. Like, you're going to love this one, Joe.
Yeah, the race is on, August 13th, 2025. Yeah, I hear you're starting in the morning, 8 or 9? Now, that's just too early. Wow. I mean, a race, I'll be half asleep, you know what I mean? I'm not a morning guy, to be honest with you. I was hoping he started at 1 o'clock. That's still pretty early. 1 in the afternoon. Now, I don't know if people want it in the afternoon. Maybe no one's complaining about it. Maybe I'm the only one. I don't know.
Yep, so far.
But unless you have it in the afternoon, it's a 60% chance that I'll be there. Hey, it's higher than, 60-40. Better than 40, right?
It is, yeah.
But if you have it at 1, it's 100% I'll be there. I really want to go there. I want to be a spectator. But let me know, I prefer 1 in the afternoon. Even 12 noon would be all right. But 8 or 9, man, I just wake up around, I don't know, between 8 and 9. Sometimes I'll sleep until 11 in the morning, so just letting you know what my schedule is all about.
Yeah, good. I've been writing it down. Listen, I'm going to go on record right now and tell Vinny, okay? It's August 13th. He knows the date. The race will probably happen right at about 9 sharp.
Yes.
Okay? I would think 9 sharp. So, Vinny, as my father would say, get your ass in gear, okay? You'll be there at 9 o'clock. You get up early one day out of the year.
We're not changing the race time.
We're not changing
Vinny.
the race time.
That's
60%, 40%, 100%.
The Philly and Joe Podcast.
I think Ronnie James Dio would want to be heard this morning. He'd want to weigh in and tell you what a legend Ozzy Osbourne was. I think you said it best during that song. Very fitting that Dio's on the show today.
Yeah, it's interesting, too, because we were kind of laughing at how Ozzy got fired from Black Sabbath in '79 for his shenanigans.
Yeah.
And, I mean, they were recognized as...
Shenanigans might be...
too light of a word.
Yes.
So he gets fired. Big shoes to fill, right? Ronnie James Dio did what he did with Black Sabbath, which created some legacy for himself. But Ozzy on his own, you played a clip earlier, and it said he became even bigger on his own. He was just had that lightning in a bottle, right, as a front man, and comes out with these 2 killer albums back to back on his solo. I got to tell you this story because it made me chuckle.
Please do.
So some people know the story, some people don't. But of course, his agent was Sharon.
Yeah.
Sharon's dad originally.
Yep.
Right?
That's how they met.
Yeah, and they did not get along. Like especially when the agent found out that Ozzy was interested in his daughter.
Well, and a maniac in meetings. He'd get
Yeah.
up on tables and walk around on the tables when they're in meetings talking about tours. And
So what I loved about the story was, what did the father get Sharon as a wedding gift? Ozzy's contract. Said, here, he's yours, right? And they had big issues after that, right? Because she took him off of the dad's label and went another route. Yeah. And he sued. Uh-huh. He sued them. They didn't talk for 20 years. Anyway, you want to talk about being a dad and the biggest nightmare you can have? One of the biggest frontmen in rock history, who's all over the place with his life, is dating your daughter.
Dating, and then marries her.
Yes.
And then, like, oh, my God.
Unbelievable.
Yeah, that's crazy, Joe. Lots of text messages on the Boston Pizza text line about Ozzy and when you got into listening to Ozzy, the first song you ever heard from Sabbath or Ozzy. This one here. Well said, Joe. This is John with a J. Well said. Legends never die. Rest in peace, Ozzy. See you on the other side. Got this one. Oh, man, wipe the tears away before I walk into work. That's from John. And I think he's talking about that montage of...
yeah, we'll play it again later. Eh?
Wasn't
it was
that
so
great?
Good. Many great clips.
So good. Okay, I want to play this. This is Ozzy's. We're going to get into a song here. We got a request for the live version of Mr. Crowley.
Oh, yeah. Beauty.
Awesome request. So we're going to get into that. But as we get into it, I want to play this one here. This is Ozzy's thank you speech from Back to the Beginning.
Which... unbelievable that just a few weeks ago he was able to do that show and left it all out on the field, as they say, or on the stage in this case.
There were a lot of people saying it was amazing that he was able to even sing.
Do that in the first place. Remember, we had heard that he was taking like lessons just to get his stamina going again and his breathing and everything else, and he must have been really, really in bad shape now, knowing what we know as of today.
Incredible. But here we go.
Get this gig going for me, you know. My wife worked her ass up for a year to get it all organized. And a guy called Tom Morello, who organized all the bands, people like that, you know, make concerts happen. And I don't know what to say, man. I've been laid up for like 6 years. And it's so, you've got no idea how I feel. Man, thank you from the bottom of my heart.
This is the Philly and Joe Podcast.
All right, here we go. If you want to play along at home, And we love that, or at work or wherever you happen to be. Play along on the text line, 762-555. Start with this one, JoJo. You're a man who likes to go out to eat.
You love it.
Yeah.
Every day.
A restaurateur. You're out for dinner on a date, hypothetical date, and you notice that the chef is the Swedish chef from the Muppets. Oh, wait a minute. I have the actual Swedish chef here. So, you know, it's one of those kitchens where you can see the chef working, and that's what you see.
Right.
Or would you rather be Poppy from Seinfeld? You'll remember Poppy. He had the pizzeria, and he didn't wash his hands in the bathroom.
No, that happened to me one time. I was at a place. We had a board meeting. There's about 12 guys sitting around, and so I hit the men's room, and one guy comes out from the other stall, and I realize he's kitchen staff at the restaurant.
Yeah.
And he happened to finish after me and walked right out as I was washing my hands. And I didn't know what to do with those 12 people. All I know is I did not order anything to eat that night. I starved.
So you just went, I'm not hungry.
Yeah,
Guts are bugging me.
I just couldn't. I'm going with the Swedish chef. Bark, 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 bark.
Well, and I think I've never noticed that Swedish chef isn't a good chef. He's throwing a chicken.
That's it.
Always trying to throw that chicken in the pot.
100%. That's free entertainment. It's like going to Ichiban, right? When they're tossing the knives and
that's right.
stuff.
Love it. Okay, so we're both going Swedish chef. Would you rather, as we move on here, own a gadget, Joe, that lets you control the weather or be able to turn into whatever animal you want whenever you want?
Let's go with the weather. As I'm getting older, weather becomes more prevalent.
Well, and you're involved with
life.
a lot of events. You've got your bocce ball coming up this summer. We've got the Never Alone golf tournament this week.
Tomorrow.
Yeah, and as cool as turning into an animal would be, controlling the damn weather, oh my God.
With my luck, I'd always pick the wrong animal on the wrong day, and then it would be getting chased by some other animal.
Always go apex
You know
predator.
what I mean?
Always go
you got
apex predator. Okay, so the weather'd be neat. Yep. Would you rather wear tight white pants with a black thong everywhere you go?
Oh, probably.
Or wear like you can see it. Everybody who knows you.
In your white pants.
That's what they can see.
The black thong.
In the white pants. Big statement. Or wear shorts and cowboy boots everywhere you go. So you can wear whatever you want for a shirt, but the bottom half is the shorts and the cowboy boots.
I think I have to go with the white pants and the black thong. I think at more events that I'm going to go to, I'm going to need pants than I am cowboy boots
That would be
in
so
shorts.
good. See Joe in those tight white pants. What's up with the yellow in that outfit?
Well, you're going to get that line either way, I think, with those two choices.
That's true. We'll wrap up with this one. By the way, I'll go cowboy boots.
I can tuck my shirt out to cover the thong.
True. Good call. Finally, we'll wrap with this one. Would you rather? It's an alien invasion, Joe, and you're the head negotiator on behalf of the humans with the aliens.
Oh,
or
big role.
Or you're in charge of training zombies to be productive members of society in a zombie apocalypse.
That'd be a lot of work. And honestly, with work-life balance right now,
they're hard to organize.
They're hard to organize going in. And now you got to explain to them they don't have to come into the office every day. I'm going to go with the first choice. Let's deal with the aliens.
Trying to do the human resources forums with the zombies.
Well, they say apparently aliens are supposed to be very smart in most cases. Zombies, what are they going to give you? Right?
No matter what you try to show them, right?
No.
Same attitude.
100%.
Okay, so you're going to be the...
Somebody says on the Boston Pizza text line, train zombies. I've done that. I've been a manager.
For more Philly and Joe, plug it into 92.1 City weekday mornings 6 to 10.
1/3 of singles that took this survey say they have dated someone they met here. Where is here? 1/3, 30%, 33, I guess, and 1/3% of singles say they have dated someone that they actually met where?
Okay, you can use me as a lifeline or the Boston Pizza text line. 780 City, 780-2484. Good morning.
Hey, Philly, how's it going?
I'm doing good. Well, you know what? The whole Ozzy thing.
I know Ozzy. Yeah, that got me too.
But it's a celebration. Of the Oz Man. So I'm hanging in there. How about you, Joel?
Okay. I'm glad I got to see him live.
Yes.
Well said.
Yes.
Absolutely.
Thank God he still lives through the music. That's the one thing about some of these great performers that have been gone. They just keep living on through the music for us.
Yep. That's
You,
what they got. And prayers go to their family.
You got a guess for us, Joel?
Billy, can you help me out?
Lifeline. Okay, met. We're looking for somewhere that these couples met.
1/3 only of singles say they actually dated someone that they met here.
Let's go at the grocery store.
Number 2.
Oh, Joel, I was right there for you, buddy.
Yes, and I was thinking that too. Thank you, Billy.
Number 2.
Take care, guys.
Produce section. Every time.
I would figure it's the meat section. You got the pork hock, the sausages, a roast.
That's the way to do it.
Lots of conversation in there. 780 City, 780-2484. Good morning.
Hey, I'm going to go with school.
School number 4. Good call.
So like high school sweethearts.
Yeah, could be high school, university. I like it too. I like the meat counter too. How about a little gabagool? Swag it up there.
Just seems like a lot. You're talking to the butcher. Someone else walks up. Hi, City.
At work?
No, not at work. Maybe a third's too high at work. I don't know. That's interesting because a lot of people. Yeah, good answer. I guess it's just not in the top 5 here.
I think it's actually quite common. It might be higher number than that, right?
I would guess work. I don't know.
780 City. Good
Harder
morning.
now.
Yeah.
Morning. How are you guys?
Good.
You?
I'm great. So I'm going to go with the bar.
Bar is number 3. Yep, number 3.
Big one. Back in the day. Probably bigger back in the day than it is now.
Yep.
Hi, City.
Morning.
Morning.
I am going to go with the text line this morning.
The most... I'm not going to... This is just a joke. Someone said a Coldplay concert. Church is the most recent actual guess on the text line.
That is number 5.
Okay.
No way.
Yeah, well, there's so many different church groups and such. I guess. Well, definitely when my parents were of age, that's where a lot of people met. It used to be a social hub for a lot of immigrants when they came to this country and that.
Yeah, very common.
Yes.
Hello, City.
Good morning. How about a coffee shop?
Not a coffee shop. Nope.
That's a good one. A lot of people will be, working at a coffee shop. They get the laptop out.
Great opening line. Do you know the Wi-Fi code? Get you every time over the coffee.
Deftones tickets and a VIP GC from Wash Method on the line this morning. 780 City. Good morning.
Good morning. Get Philly for a lifeline, please.
What do you think, Phil? 1/3 of singles say they've dated someone they actually met here. Sorry. I was going to read off what we have. The church, grocery stores, bar, school.
Let's go with a sporting event.
Hello!
What?
Bingo!
Woo!
Wow.
Well, you're high-fiving. The team gets a touchdown.
It could be at a sporting event. I'm not even... What if it was at a slow pitch tournament?
Oh, yeah. Never
Could
thought
be
of that
at an
part.
event like that. Maybe it was at your kid's soccer game, and you looked across the field and gave someone the yellow card. A caution, a warning.
That makes complete sense. When you put it that way, Joe, who's this?
1/3.
It's Kevin.
Kevin. You got us on
I'm being
speaker.
distracted by my workmate here.
You're being distracted by your coworkers?
Yeah.
All right. Yeah, I can tell we're on. Are we in the middle of a staff meeting there? I feel like we're on speakerphone, Kevin.
Well,
Yeah, you were there.
I'll tell you right now, Kevin, your meeting was a lot more exciting than the one we had yesterday, okay? We had no speakerphone. And I'll tell you, Phil came through for your meeting more than he did at ours yesterday.
This is the Philly and Joe podcast.
Be a good person.
Rate or review this show wherever you subscribe and get P&J into more ears.
In a couple of minutes here, we're going to have to replay that montage, that Ozzy montage, because a lot of people are asking about it, and we keep getting requests, like Ozzy requests, Sabbath requests.
This is a good one, too. It fits just like See You on the Other Side did earlier this morning. I just saying, David Grohl, there's a meme out there right now that says if fares only helped out all rock bands, like Coldplay, and there's a picture of him with his hands in his head.
Oh, man.
Anyway.
Yeah, the Ozzy Osbourne tributes Well, obviously from celebrities, Elton John, Tom Morello, like you name it. Duran, Flavor Flav.
Yeah.
It's unbelievable the amount of people affected by Ozzy Osbourne.
Well, and it makes sense, too, because it's generational. I mean, there was the whole Sabbath group of fans that built, right, in the 70s and onward, right? Even different generations catching on. Like, hey, my dad was a Sabbath fan. Look at you, for example.
Oh, yeah.
I remember we were in the same building. I'd never seen you get that excited about a rock show when Sabbath was coming, and it was great because you and your buddies, you lined them up with tickets. You bought tickets, the whole group of you, and then I think it was 2 days before, and it happens sometimes in radio. It's like, hey, you guys want to go to the Sabbath?
Freebies.
the Sabbath show, and you're going, well, look, I just bought. And then, of course, you had great seats for the show, and you had a chance to meet Ozzy. You posted a great picture up on your social media. Those are memories that a lot of people would have. And then there was the whole Ozzy crew. I still remember Dino Tallarico, a buddy of ours that we were young. I guess we were in junior high at the time. This guy's starting to learn how to play guitar, right? We were in grade 10, I think. And we're sitting in his basement with a bunch of people. He goes, oh, you got to listen to this. And he's riffing off licks from Diary of a Madman. So then there was that generation. Then the TV show.
Yeah, it's insane. And this is a great text here. 3 generations of my family listen to Ozzy in some way, shape, or form. And
makes sense.
It's bang on. My older brother introduced me to Sabbath and then Ozzy. He had the back patch and everything. And then I listened to it forever, obviously. I got to see Sabbath twice. I got to see Ozzy solo once with Zakk Wylde. Never saw Randy Rhoads, which kind of pisses me off.
That was the whole other thing about Ozzy. There was different layers to that, right? And Randy Rhoads and what he brought to the party. Listen, we're trying to track down our world tour winner, Jeff
McLaughlin. He got to go see Back to the Beginning, and how fitting is it that show went off and that he found a way to perform. And people, like I've seen singing experts. There's this one singing expert. He posts videos of great vocalists on social media talking about how incredible it was that Ozzy was able to perform that day.
And we heard about the physical stuff that was going on and how much he had to prepare for it. I really do believe he left it all out on that stage knowing that the day was coming sooner than later. And you hear that about a lot of people with illnesses that are running out of time, that they hit that wall, and I think that was his wall.
Okay, lots of great requests coming in. Keep them coming. We're going to get to this fantastic request, Close My Eyes Forever, Ozzy Osbourne and Lita Ford.
Oh, we're getting a lot of requests for it today.
We're going to get to that in a couple of seconds, but I want to play this montage about the great Prince of Darkness, Rest Easy.
I don't know what music would be like if it weren't for the influence of Ozzy. It's everywhere.
He left one of the biggest rock bands in the world and became bigger.
The day I left Sabbath, I thought, what have I done? I've just blown the biggest thing of my life.
Everybody was wondering, what is Ozzy going to do? He's not in Sabbath anymore. And he comes out with these first 2 records, and they're amazing.
You heard all this new stuff that Ozzy was doing. It was just like a new era has arrived.
I'm a split personality. Ozzy Osbourne and John Osbourne is 2 different people. John Osbourne is talking to you now.
Osbourne has a reputation, real or not, for biting the heads off the bats.
I mean, I suppose in the spirit of rock and roll, I don't know. I didn't mean any harm to anyone apart from the bat the dog.
He's like a loose cannon. There's that kind of danger, because rock and roll should be dangerous.
I think Ozzy's music is timeless. Gives me the chills. It's just perfect.
You could have been a better friend to me. Mama, I'm coming home.
Ozzy Osbourne's got a voice that is so distinctive. It doesn't matter what he's singing over, you know it's him. Ozzy is more fountain pen that William Shakespeare held. He's totally unique.
You play Ozzy's voice anywhere in the world and people go, that's the Prince of Darkness.
Ozzy's the godfather of metal. His legacy is so widespread.
His voice is his legacy.
After it's all said and done, I wouldn't change a thing.
The Philly and Joe Podcast.
Hit us up wherever you get this podcast and rate and review the show.
Good fortune will come to you.
Actually, we can't promise that, but we'll cross our fingers.